Liberal MPP Rob Cerjanec is the critic for economic development and innovation, tourism, sport and culture. He joins us live with the latest reaction. Let me begin with your thoughts on what was unveiled today. Thanks for joining us, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I think it's good news that it's smaller, but it still shows that Therme in the province, they're just scrambling to try and make this bad deal work. It's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig.
Tell me more about what it is that concerns you, because obviously at this point we know that this project is moving forward.
Yeah. I think there's a couple issues. I mean, I think the way in which it was done, and we've seen multiple situations where the province has scrambled, where Therme, we have to update the design. Now we want to bring in the Indigenous community. They're just kind of giving crumbs as opposed to really reimagining, I think, what the Ontario Place site could have been. They're just trying to make a bad deal work, quite frankly.
It does sound as if Therme has been listening to a lot of the criticism, and I acknowledge that there has been quite a bit. The company now saying that the space is going to be 25% smaller than originally planned, and this is after hearing about some of those concerns. What is your reaction to that?
At the end of the day, if this project still ends up moving forward, I think it's good news that it's smaller. I think it's good news, that they're trying to, make more land, publicly available. But there's also questions within that too, right? Because Therme then has the ability, 30% of that land, they can still use that for their commercial purposes. So right now they say that's going to be open, but we don't know what the future is going to look like at the end of the day.
I want to also get your thoughts on one more thing, and Therme reacted to this today, this idea that the facility, the spa itself, is going to be for a luxury elitist crowd. And for that reason, they're making the public park obviously free, and the tickets for the inside, the facility itself, that's going to come with a $40 day pass. Your reaction to that?
I think they're advertising really what that kind of base cost is. But we know at other spas and facilities like this, there's a lot of different add-ons that people can purchase. So while that might be the fee to enter, I don't think that's going to be what a family of four, for example, is going to be paying. And if we look at families across the province that are actually paying for this project, it's $400 per household in this province that's actually going to be subsidizing this project. And the $400 million for the monster parking garage, that's actually going to create more traffic and congestion for people coming into the downtown on weekdays and on weekends as well.
Finally, I know a lot of politicians have been talking about this for months, but do you hear from residents? What do they tell you about this project?
I think what I hear from residents is that folks are upset that they're spending, their tax money on a private spa and water park on Ontario Place. And more to that the Ontario Science Centre is now closed and the province isn't coming clean for their plan for it. I represent a suburban riding in Durham region. And what I hear from my residents is they like where the Ontario Science Centre location currently is, not having to go further downtown. So I think the province has made a mess of this project from the start.
Okay. Liberal MPP Rob Cerjanec, critic for economic development and innovation, tourism, sport and culture. Thank you for your time and perspective.
Thanks for having me today.